Hi, how you doing? Welcome to the Niantic Yoga in collaboration with Pain Free with Kris. Um, 5-day Improve Your Posture Challenge. Let me ask you a question, or a few. Do you feel tired at the end of your day? Do you feel tired maybe before lunch? Do you feel achy, headaches, neck aches, shoulder aches, low back aches? Maybe you have restless leg syndrome or you have difficulty sleeping. You no longer have a zest for life. You're feeling uncomfortable more and more frequently. And you're feeling older, even if you're not that old. Maybe an injury from when you were 18 has come up to knock you down a little bit. Maybe that was only 10 years ago. Maybe it was 50 years ago. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's all coming from the same place. We're getting older, we're getting tighter, and we don't know how to return to our own natural fluid resiliency and health. So I'm here to help you with that. I'm Kris Montigny, and I am the movement and breathing re-education goddess. I am so proud to say that I'm proud of myself because I've helped hundreds of people over the course of decades get out of illness and injury, long term even illness and injury, recover in a way that even the medical models didn't allow or couldn't believe or didn't have a way to do. I had one woman who came in after 37 years, a major car accident. She was in a 3-inch lift in her shoe. After about 37 years, a little bit less than that, about 35 years, maybe 34, the doctors called her up and said, "We have an operation. We can we can straighten your leg out a little bit more." They gave her back a 1/4 inch, and that was miraculous. After 10 months of working with me, she took out the whole bloody 3/4 inch that she had remaining in her shoe. She still had some limping, of course, because that leg was not a normal shape. But the reality is, there's a lot out there that we don't know about. And the reason I was able to help her and she was able to help herself, more importantly, for the rest of her life, she's still helping herself, keep that length out and keep the comfort and keep working in her garden and not have to give up what she loved. The reason that what we did together worked is going to be the same reason I'm going to start to help you regain your resiliency back, your height back, your coming out of a crunched habit. Not by tightening up further and maybe creating more problems down the line, but instead by finding where you can rest in your body, and then the laws of physics will work for you and lift you up. So let's start. So we're going to start with just trying to figure out what it is that's going on inside of us, that just sitting all day at a desk is treacherous, right? It creates headaches. It makes us hunched over. And then all of a sudden, we're 60, 70, 80 years old, and the doctor's telling us we're getting shorter and shorter. And on top of the shorter and shorter, breathing gets to be much more restricted because everything's crunched down, tightening up, drying up. Those tissues dry up. It's not healthy. So let's not age that way. You can age with grace and ease and joy. You can get younger as you get older in a certain way. So why is it we get hunched over? Why is it that woman was able to actually, how many years was she holding that tension in? And doctors didn't even realize it. PTs didn't realize it. I'll tell you. Let's do this. Make a fist. Make a white knuckle fist. I want to see a really, it's going to feel uncomfortable fist. You're going to be like this for a couple minutes. Not terribly long, but long enough for you to learn something you've maybe never experienced before. So make a fist. White knuckle. Hard fist. Tight fist. Look at the fist. Admire the fist. Look at how tight that fist can be. I'm feeling my fingernails dig into my palm. If you have fingernails like I do not press so hard that you draw blood, please. No blood, just white knuckles, okay? So white knuckle it. You're going to be like this a while. Please do not let up. I'm going to keep reminding you, all right? And every time I do, you tighten that fist, okay? So now, what is this representing? This is representing what's happening inside of our bodies. This is representing what happens over the course of years. We're going to speed it up into a few minutes. And you're going to find out that you don't like this sensation at all, and you don't like this experience, most likely. If you like it, hey, have a blast. I don't like it. So, making this fist, it's been a minute. How does it feel? What are you noticing? Keep it. Tight fist, white knuckle. Go on. Well, I'm starting to feel tingling. I'm also feeling a cramp. I am feeling very uncomfortable with my fingernails in the flesh of the palm of my hand. I am feeling a cramp here, and I'm feeling a cramp here. On top of tingling and something that's becoming pain. It's discomfort right now. It's not exactly pain, but yeah, it's becoming pain. So now look at your fist. Admire your fist. It's a beautiful fist. And as you admire it, what do you notice? You're feeling the pain probably a little bit more. Put your fist behind your head or behind your back. And now, what do you notice about your fist? I know I don't feel mine quite as severely as I was feeling it a moment ago. And I used the word severely quite intentionally. I can still feel it. Now look at your fist. I'm really starting to feel it now. Out of sight, out of mind. This is really true. So a lot of pain, we get some pain in our back, our shoulders, our neck, low back, hips, things like that. It's actually worse than you think it is because we don't see it. We can't see inside and we don't look at our backs too much. So, keeping the fist. What are you starting to notice now? It's been a couple minutes. What are you noticing? So it hasn't been quite a couple minutes, so let's keep it up. So now, what does this have to do with standing? Well, your spine has a number of curves, right? Primary and secondary curves. And as we get older, as muscles get tighter, tight muscles are short. A tight muscle is a working muscle. A working muscle is short. And so the muscles surrounding the spine get shorter and more bulky. That's why we lose height, and all of a sudden we need, special pants. So because we got wider down there, that's why. We lost the height, we gained it here, literally. A tight muscle is short and bulky. All right? A relaxed muscle, or a muscle in slight tone, which is what a muscle should be in, is long, relaxed, receptive to the environment sending its signals, whether that's internally or externally, and is able to respond to those signals appropriately. If a muscle is constantly tight, it can only lengthen so much. Because once a muscle starts getting tight, that's all it knows how to do. It has to be taught how to release. So how does your hand feel now? Keep it up. Mine's starting to go numb. The cramps are pretty much gone. The tingling, I don't even feel tingling anymore. I barely feel the fingernails. I'm feeling more up here. I'm getting tight in my neck and shoulders. My jaw's starting to feel it. But it's starting to go numb. This is how the nervous system works. When your muscles get tight enough, they'll send you a signal that something's wrong. That's pain. We don't generally know how to deal with that properly. We don't know how to release the tension that's creating pain. A tight muscle is in pain, or a chronically tight muscle is in pain. A healthy muscle has slight tone. It doesn't have a lot of bulk to it. That is an excessively tight muscle, and in the end, it may give you short-term benefits, and that short-term can be 10, 15, 20, 25 years, but then eventually it's going to come to bite you in the butt because those muscles become exhausted and you can't continue working them, and they can't continue working you, and you come down. So this is getting numb, and I'm feeling it getting numb. This is what happens to all of our muscles and tissues. They get so tight that the nervous system first perceives excessive tension, gives you a signal of pain. We ignore it, or we don't address it to release it. They start getting tingly, and it gets numb because you would kill yourself. We would not have close to 8 billion people on the planet if everybody felt what was really going on inside their bodies. So, just as I said, keep that tight, really tight, super tight. Do not rip your hand open. Do not open it quickly. Simply soften the grip. Softening it so that your fingers just kind of plop out. My fingers are stuck. I've released the fist, and I'm stuck. I mean, seriously stuck. Okay, I'll just give it a little nudge. Okay. Very slow. So slow. Like slug slow, right? Can you feel the creaking? Can you feel the resistance? A couple of these joints don't want to open at all. Some others are wanting to, but not knowing how to in a relaxed way. Just to, oh, my hand is now relaxed. It's not. Those muscles, once they start tightening, they only know how to stay tight and continue tightening. That's why we get weaker as we get older most of the time. So maybe a tiny bit faster. This one's really seriously stuck. Oh, wow. These are stuck. I was very enthusiastic sharing this with you. Okay, so I got it a little bit more open, and I still can't let it relax open. I have to open it. How does your hand feel now? Oh, I'm feeling some tingling going through it. And now, just in case you forgot, make a fist. Make a fist, a hard, white, knuckled, not quite drawing blood, fist. How easily, big question here, how easily did your hand go back into fist form? as opposed to how not easily it relaxed open. I just had to pull that open. It didn't relax open, but it'll just go right back like this. So, rub them on. It's okay. So this is what happens in our bodies. And I work with primarily, I'm a spinal specialist in this way. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physical therapist. I'm not a occupational therapist or anything like that. But I have a lot of training in what the spine does, what it can do, and what we can do to keep it healthy and decompressed. Very big. Decompressed. Upright, solid in your body, solid on the ground, solid in your house. You don't have to get rid of all of your, rugs just because you're getting older and you might trip. No, you don't have to shuffle. You can pick up your feet and walk. And you can stand up. And you can keep doing your walks on the beach and hiking and playing sports as long as you want. And not get shorter. And not look older. And not feel older. And recover from short or long-term illnesses and injuries, most of them. There are some things we can't change sometimes. But almost everything can change. Theoretically, in my opinion, everything can change, everything. But it's about where we are in our lives and what we think of and what we believe that allows or disallows that. So if you'd like to learn more, and I suggest you do, tomorrow we're going to start working with standing up in alignment. So remember the fist, crunching down. Lots of sway backs, hunching in the shoulders, forward thrust into the future. You can't get there faster than you're getting there. We need to stand up, stand down, be solid, grounded, and open and joyous. And I'm going to help you get there. So let us meet again tomorrow for day 2. I'll teach you a couple of poses and movements that'll help you start to release the core habituated tensions that have either made you already shorter, are making you shorter, or if you're not sure, maybe it's because something hurts and you want to get out of that discomfort. We can help you. I'll see you later. You have a great day. Kris Montigny signing off. I look forward to seeing you and being the facilitator of your next movement, expansion, and glory. It's going to be fun. See you later. Bye.